Good morning. Today's the morning of the 6th of December. And, okay, so it's 20 to 9. It's windy. I've been up long enough that I've made breakfast for everybody. My stepson had an early start to work this morning, so he's got a split shift, so he'll be back and then he'll be off to work again later. So I thought I'll get up, I will make everyone breakfast nice and early. But it did mean that by about 8 o'clock, we were dressed and ready to go. When there went my sleep in, I was planning on a lazy day. I mean, I'm still going to have a lazy day, let's be honest. What a week it has been. What a week. So, I just don't even know where to start. Okay, so yesterday, there were so many things that went on yesterday. The main one that I wasn't expecting, well, two things that I wasn't expecting. One, the neurophysio. I may have seen him for the last time, which is exciting. So now I have to do practice focusing on things really quickly, as fast as I can, like the professional sports people evidently do. So I've got a shoelace bead string practicing what's it, so that's very exciting. I do need to go and book in and see my optometrist because I feel like I'm now at the point where a lot of the concussion healing for my vision has happened, but what I'm lacking is, like, I feel like my actual depth vision has shifted and changed, and it may have just been what's the word that he used? See, I don't quite have all the recall yet, but I'm not stressed about it because I know it's coming back slowly. The dog's rolling in the long grass. It's so much long grass, it's crazy. This is going to be terrible for my hay fever, but I don't care because we're getting a house out of it. Anywho, he was saying it may just, not ironic, that's not the word, it may have been coincidence that, you know, my vision has degenerated with age at the same time as the concussion, or it may have been sped up by the concussion, or it may have just been that now that we're doing all of these vision tasks that it's starting to show. So there was that. Then my real estate agent rang and said, we've got an offer on your house. And I was like, yay. And before anyone stresses, this is not the purple house, this is not the one we're building, this is the house that I still own with my ex-husband, which he's been in for the last, I've lost track of how many years. Anyway, he's been in the house, but he's now decided he wants to move away, so the house has gone on the market. And someone came in and put an offer on it. So it's still subject to finance and it's subject to a builder's report. But my estate agent does think that it should fly through both of those. I think it should fly through both of those because this house was built and finished. It started being built in 2019. And it finished early 2020. So it's new. Evidently, potential buyers walk in and didn't like my orange kitchen. I know, right? I know. Who wouldn't want an orange kitchen? So I had to whip down to the real estate agent there and sign that paperwork. But if that goes through, that would be so good. Because it's fair to say, we are mortgaged up to the eyeballs building this house. But selling the other house will make it less mortgaged up to the eyeballs, and the dropping in interest rates is making a big difference at the moment. So all of these things happening at once are good, and it does mean that we're now having these discussions because we are off grid and we're building off grid and we've got no intention of attaching to the grid. We do currently have a solar system that runs the tiny place, but we don't have enough solar collection or storage for the big house because the big house is way bigger than we were initially going to have. Like initially we were going to have like a 2-3 bedroom house maybe, but this is 4 bedrooms plus the media room, office space. Like it's way more massive than we wanted, but it was kind of from the mortgage company that pointed out that there is so much land here. Like we've got, what is it, 5 acres, 2 hectares, something like that. So it's a lot of land that in order to make sure that it wasn't a white elephant when we go to sell it when we're old, that it needs to have a certain amount of value built into it. So we ended up having to go with a 4-bedroom house, and then we ended up going with a house design that we didn't know hadn't been used by anyone before. So then it just had a few engineering things that needed to be paused and come back to. So it was a slow start, and while we were hoping for a 3 to 6 month build, we started at Easter. So that's April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We're up to December. So we're up to month 8. If we were in by the end of month 9, I would be over the moon thrilled. I keep saying I want to be in for Christmas. I really know that that is not possible. But I don't want to give up on that hope, because it's about to get really, really hot. And what no one tells you about living tiny is that you get very, very hot and very, very cold. And there's almost nothing in between. I mean, you can warm places up, and in some ways you can cool them down, but cooling them down when the temperature's over 30 degrees is almost impossible when we don't have a lot of shade. Because when my partner got this paddock, it was just a paddock and there weren't any trees, and there, yeah, so everything that you see has been planted by him, unless it's a weed, in which case it was probably inadvertently planted by me. Anyway, enough of that. Then I went and bought pottery. So I went to see Lisa Donaldson, who's a local potter, and I just love her work. She's just incredible. And we had this wonderful discussion, because she often walks up here, and she always says that her and her husband, this is her ideal view of looking out on the hills. I'm like, come on up, have a look, you know, nosy around, you do you, boo. So I'm hoping at some point she does come up, because she understood the purple colour that is, by the end of summer, is going to match the hills on the other side. So it's lovely to talk to another artistic type and get somebody's opinion. Well, to have someone agree with me. So lovely to be agreed with. Anyway, what this place used to be was a clay tile making space for farm tiles, field tiles. I'll have to look up what a field tile is. I'll pretend I'm going to put a picture of one in, but I don't know if I'll find one. So a lot of the earthworks that when we were digging with the digger and pulled out is actual natural clay. And she's like, and I'm like, so I'm like, just come on up. We've got big piles of this stuff. Take some away, make an art project. Do what you want to, have a play with it, go for it. So she might come and do that, which is cool. So I'm hoping that she does, because I really like the idea of things being locally sourced. And while I'm not, I don't know what the clay is like and whether or not you could use it on something particularly practical, but I know she does a lot of artwork clay as well as just clay stuff. So it would be really lovely to be able to have her to create something for either an exhibition out of local earth. You know, it just, that would be incredible. Yeah, like I like my vegetables being close, I like my eggs coming close, I like all of that stuff. So there's that. What else? So I will actually unbox some of the pottery, because I bought some for all of my department. Unfortunately, she gift wrapped them all, but she gift wrapped them all without me remembering which colour was which. So that's an issue. Then opened up my yarn advent this morning. This is the colour. So remember how excited I was yesterday about purple. This is kind of a dirty purple. My gut reaction is that this one should have come before this one, but I am trusting the process. I'm trusting the process. I'm not very good at trusting the process, but I'm trying to trust the process. So I think what I'm now going to do is, instead of doing knitting alternate stitches, which is, you can tell the tension's a bit different, so I think I'm going to go with slip stitches. So I'm going to use up this yarn, and then I'll go into slip stitches with this one. So I mean, it's a nice enough colorway as is, but yeah, we're bouncing around now. I don't know. You see, if it would have been such a nice fade if it had gone that way, but I'm not questioning it. I am trusting the process. I'm such a control freak. I really can't trust the process. I'm trying to trust the process, but I am trying to knit each little ball each day. I haven't really managed it too well. The other thing that came in my yarn advent this morning is this, and I was like, oh, is this like a lip balm or a hand cream? Maybe it's a wool wash. It is lavender, world's smallest candle. Look at that, cute. And what was the indication to me that this was a candle? Did I open it? No, because I was doing the thing where I'm like, it's too early, I can't read. This is Lucy King Tekapo mini sample. What it is As I saw on the bottom, it said that the jar will be hot when burning. And I was like, well, what are we burning? Is this? I opened it up and saw that it was a candle. So it's lavender and pine, which is cool. Inspired by Tekapo, which is also cool because the yarn advent is called Field Notes from a Southern Land, which meant that I did go and buy a Field Notes journal because I wanted to write down my thoughts about each yarn each day. Have I done this? No, I haven't. But I have kept all the little yarn tails. So now that I've found my washi tape again this morning, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to update that booklet. When I say update, I'm going to start filling it in before I get so far behind that it never happens. Yeah, so that's cool. That is cool. I might look up Lucy King of Tekapo because it's very cute. Anyway, my next task, I need to get a pen and I need to pull the grass seeds out of my yarn ball for the day. I need to open up the pottery that I bought yesterday and label which colours for which person, because there are some pink ones, there's some blue ones, yeah. And I will pull out the one that I got for me because I want to match with everybody as well. Yeah, so I'll pull out the one for me and I'll show you that, and we'll go from there. I think that's probably the best way to go. Yeah. Right, so here's all my bags and my dirty card, and they're all wrapped up lovely. And now what I'm going to do is unpack them, work out what colour they are, and write on them who they're for. Yes, so there's that. Cleaning out my car. Here's a casualty of late. This Labubu, it got caught and pulled off my bag at the airport, so it needs repairs. But honestly, nearly all the kids have wanted to steal this from me, so I had intended to make a whole stack of them for them, but never got around to it. So you're just going to stay there until I've got time to do some repairs. Right, well, I've been cleaning out my car. It's gotten to terrible proportions of just stuff everywhere. So I'll show you a couple of things that the kids got me, and it's very cute. Firstly, there's a squeaky hedgehog, because they thought it would be cute if Rocky had a squeaky toy for Christmas. As you can tell, no reaction from him. And a Christmas hat that's Santa leg shaped. So very shortly I am going to put this on him because he's going to look adorable. And then I can send him the picture. They also gave me these, and they said, this is so that your brain can repair over the holidays, miss. You need to do puzzles. So I thought that was very cute. So I need to put these together, and then they can sit on my bookshelf in my classroom. There's 86 pieces in each one. No, 86 in this one and 83 in this one. At some point I'm going to sit down and do that. And they gave me this, which was very sweet, because they think I stink. No, they know that I'm allergic to the spray, so they got me non-spray. So that was very cute. What else is here? This one. This is from the Potter, but I'll start with what I got everybody else. So, this is what I got everybody. It's a takeaway ceramic coffee mug, and I got pink for dance drama, and I got blue for music. And they come with these silicone lids, which is very cool. I think it's incredibly clever how she's done it. That it's a cup, and it's a takeaway cup, and it's locally made. So there we go. Lisa Donaldson, what did I buy? 10 out of 10 recommend. And when I bought those, Lisa gave me this, which after I unwrap it, I'm going to wrap it back up again. And pop it in my Christmas stocking. She gave me a little Christmas ornament, to say thank you for shopping local, etc. So that was very cute. Now I just need to wrap this up. And I will forget what's in it by Christmas morning, is the crazy thing. I will actually start packing the Christmas stockings with you shortly, because the sooner I pack them, the sooner I forget what's in them, and the sooner I know that they're full. And then this one here was unplanned, but I'll show you. And then I'm going to rewrap it. Not wanting to rip the bag. Or be too noisy and let anyone in on the fact that I got this. My stepson's really into crystals. We have a chicken farm. I found this. This is a stand ring thing. Honestly, I think I'm winning Christmas. So it can sit on its little thing and be like shiny rock egg. And I think it might be a mood ring. I'm not sure. This shop was right next to my real estate agent. So when I went down there, and then I had to wait for the real estate agent, I went and got this. So I'll use some of this tissue paper to wrap it up some more. But I am just going to put it back into this bag. It's Featherston's Crystals and Curiosities. That's some fine, fine, fine gift wrapping. This is really as good as my gift wrapping goes, to be honest. Not very good at gift wrapping. Right, okay. Now I need to put Rocky in his Christmas hat and to change it to some shorts because it's far too hot for this nonsense. Normally I take his photo down by the kitchen outside sink. Only that area has been completely neglected. So I've got to figure that one out next. Yep, it's just gotten really hot. And then I'm going to do something. Maybe I should clean something. I might change the sheets. That's probably a good idea. And then I'll do some knitting. I think that's as good as it's going to get. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Do you look ridiculous? Are you happy to look ridiculous? Are you excited to look ridiculous? Is this level of ridiculous working for you? Yep. Yep. Quality festive entertainment. Yep. Right, maybe I should make you into a Christmas card and send them a Christmas card of your face. I feel like that would be a good idea. Yes, who's a good boy? Such a good boy. You just want to go back to sleep, don't you? Right, let's go do something useful. Yes, who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Such a good boy, yeah.